Hello everyone, WhitemageSerenia here. I've been getting some questions lately on how do I record my Let's Plays, especially from a PlayStation emulator. Well, the way that I do it is I have my Cam Studio here. I have my video record settings set to 100% quality. Set keyframes every 115 frames. Capture frames every 40 milliseconds. And then a playback rate of 25 frames per second. Now, if you want to make a custom frame rate, you can go to any calculator, and this is something that I learned from JimmyR.com's tutorial on how to use Cam Studio, which I guess it's self-explanatory, it just never crossed my mind. You take 1, which represents seconds, then you divide by, say, 25 frames per second, and then you get 0.4. Which is in my case. Since there's no thousandth place, seeing how a millisecond's a 1,000th of a second, you would just assume that it is 0. So 40 capture frames every 40 milliseconds, keyframes 25 seconds. That works for me. Also, I have 512 megabytes of RAM, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But anyway, let me bring up my emulator here. Now, it's going to lag right now because where I'm recording with both Snagit and I'll show you how to record with Cam Studio. Well, I'm not going to show you how to record from Cam Studio to show you how I do it. Because if I try to show you how I record, it's going to lag it. Well, it doesn't lag when I record just from Cam Studio. But it will if I record from both Cam Studio and the thing there. As soon as my EPSXE pops up. Come on. Thank you. And to eliminate the lag, what I do is I'll close everything out that could be possibly causing any lag at all, and I also play using 320 by 240. And then for Cam Studio, I would just bring this over here, line it up as best I could there, and then start recording. But I'm not going to do that because it's going to lag all the crap, as you can see it lagging there. Also, the way that I time my Let's Plays is I use my wristwatch, which has a stopwatch function. So anytime I get into a random battle in like Final Fantasy VI or Legends of Legaia, I just stop my stopwatch, and then I start it back again at the end of the battle. Now what we have here is a sample that I made earlier, showing you so I can show you how to make the editing process. What I do is I highlight all my clips and then hit Control-M to merge them. Since this right here isn't going to show up, I'm just going to add clips. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and copy it, paste it over here. That way I can put these at the end of this video here that I'm making, and then one will show you the edited one, one will show you the raw footage. Now the way that I usually edit them is I wait until she hits to a random battle. And then she just got one. And then when I see a total black screen, I pause, break the clip, then I skip to the end of the random battle. Oops, went too far. Then after the random battle's over and it fades back to Terra, or my character I have on the front map, I click the frame skip button so I can skip back a couple of frames to where it's still a black screen but it's still partially faded. Then I break the clip there again, I delete, and then you have my old editing style right here. But I've recently found out if I do this, I can get a pretty seamless transition that looks nice too, if I overlap the frames. So, I'm going to do this one more time for you. I'm going to show, get into a random battle, which is right now. There we go. Break the clip. When the black screen. Then skip on to the end of the battle here. When it's all faded, I pause, skip it back until it's about like that. When it's a black screen again, still partially faded out. Then I delete the battle and bring this to overlap. And that's really all there is to it, guys. I mean, like I said, I'm going to save this and add it to the video that I'm making now. and I'll just show you from there, give you the the before and after shots. So anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial of mine here. Hope it was informative for you, and I hope you've been enjoying these. Take care, and have a nice day, everyone. Okay, these are those before and after shots that I was talking about before. Right there is where I'd break my clip to get it to where it's like this. Then, also, there was something I was wanting to go over. The evade stat is bugged in Final Fantasy VI, like I've said before. But I have Edgar with a Zephyr cape. And as you'll see coming up, you'll see him dodge with a red cape. And when he does that, that's the Zephyr cape actually working. The Zephyr cape actually does what its name implies. See? Right there. He dodged with the red cape. El Toro, Toro kind of thing. And it really does show that he evades it more. So despite the evade stat being broken, the Zephyr cape isn't. So, okay. Now, right there, when the screen fades out, right in, I pause and skip it back, like I said, towards still a black screen, but you can see it fading in. Like you see there. Here's another random battle. Locke actually dies at one point in this battle due to the randomness of Life Shaver. I read online, and it said something about it deals damage based on your XP or something like that. I ain't 100% sure on that. All I know is it does completely random damage. Sometimes it'll do like every bit of your HP, other times it'll do 0. I don't know. But there you go. It killed Locke, and I revived him with the Phoenix down. That's all there is to that. Glare hits you with blind. Quite obviously. There we go, we got Locke back up. And then Edgar kills the Ing with the chainsaw. There you go. Now, after it's going to fade out here. Like I said, it's going to fade out. Right there is where I would pause it and skip it back to the black screen and then edit it out from there. So anyway, let's skip on it. There we go. This is the after shot. This is what it looks like after I did all the editing. And you'll see the transitions and stuff that I was referring to before. Right here, watch. See how it overlaps and it fades in that way with the battle line still going across the screen? And right here's another good example of that. See? It saved me a lot of time doing it that way, and it looks nicer too. Anyway, take care, everyone.